While tonight will be full of tricks and treats and lots of fun, it can also be dangerous. Children are twice as likely to be hit by a car on Halloween than any other day of the year. Officials say that among the major holidays last year, Halloween has the most DWIs per hour. That's why the State Patrol is stepping up traffic enforcement.
And we know a lot of people are out and about having a good time, and we want people to do that, but we need them to do it safely.
Troopers are also on high alert for street racing and speeders. Here are some other important Halloween safety tips to use tonight. For kids, walk on sidewalks whenever possible. Cross streets at intersections and crosswalks. Never run into the streets from between parked cars. For drivers, slow down even more than usual in residential neighborhoods and come to a complete stop for pedestrians.
A Halloween weekend proved deadly for a Minnesota musician on his way home from a gig in Wisconsin. A suspected drunk driver killed the lead guitarist. Wisconsin troopers say that driver was heading the wrong way in I-94, and our Paul Bloom talked to one of his fellow band members about how they're remembering him.
Yeah, I'd like to believe that he absolutely killed every song that he was a part of.
Brennan Betts is reeling, hoping to just wake up from the nightmare of losing a fellow band member over the weekend in an alleged drunk driving crash. Gone is his dear friend Mark Philbrandt, who played guitar for the death metal group known as Glorified.
He was always just trying to better himself. There were some of our songs that he couldn't really, play that well, but he taught himself how, to play. He learned new techniques just so he could play our songs. And
Brennan reports the Extreme Rockers had just played one of their best shows at this Wisconsin brewery on Saturday night. Mark left that venue alone, headed back to the cities. When the unthinkable happened here along the interstate in the Hudson area, Mark was struck by a suspected drunk driver heading the wrong way on I-94. The 54-year-old was killed. Police identified the impaired motorist as Amber Pospisil.
This is just a crying shame that somebody so pure and good and just has to be stolen, just because of someone else's dumb decision.
These are significant charges.
The 31-year-old Pospisil, who wasn't seriously injured, made her first court appearance Monday on charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle. Not her first time charged with a drunk driving-related offense. In fact, she pleaded guilty just last year to causing a crash over in Minnesota. Her blood alcohol at the time, 0.296. That's more than 3 times the legal limit to get behind the wheel.
It just doesn't make sense, and it's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
A little more here about Pospisil. She avoided jail in that last crash, but was required to remain law-abiding for 3 years, or else the jail term would be executed. Authorities over the weekend reported she was drinking a bottle of Tito's vodka in her car on the way back from a wedding and had absolutely no memory of getting on the interstate heading the wrong way. Her bail was set at $100,000 cash. Reporting from the newsroom, Paul Bloom, Fox 9.